Good morning.
Good morning, Jeannie.
Good morning, Blake.
How are you?
I'm good.
Bah!
What the hell?
Hey, Satan.
Hey, Satan, come on over, get some lovin'. Hello, my little one.
Ow! Well, you know what? We're going to talk about your house today.
Yes, we are.
The house called Hell.
Hell. Let's do some talking about hell.
Hell.
H-E double hockey sticks.
H-E-L-L. You know
got a
what?
good voice for
Oh,
that.
my gosh. Here's the thing.
What's
I've heard about hell all my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, really honestly, I've not been that interested.
Have you not?
It's not made a whole lot of sense to me. And it never really scared me or threatened me. You know, it's always like, you better watch out. You're going to hell if you do that. And I go, all right, hell. What is hell? And why have we developed such a keen interest or all this talk about hell?
Some groups.
Yeah.
My only kind of interesting theological thing that happened was when I was about in my mid-20s. I had been to church and Quaker meeting my whole life. I needed to have a wisdom tooth taken out.
Ooh.
And I wasn't sure. I was really scared because I'd only been put under anesthesia once when I was little. And I think that was like ether or something. I mean, it was scary and we threw up afterwards and stuff. And I was really, really scared that something was going to happen to me when I had this wisdom tooth taken out. Just for the record, they did it with Novocaine, and it was like easier than getting drilled. It was like, but it was out, it didn't swell, no problems, right? So it was easy. But the night before it was done, I suddenly thought, if I die, am I a candidate for hell? And I really actually thought, basically, there's lots of times in my life when I haven't done the thing I should have done, or I did the thing I shouldn't have done, and just at that point, I hadn't really. But there was a moment when I thought, "Wow, what if that happens, and then I don't get to be with God?"
That's the
totally
thing.
Misunderstood grace. Totally misunderstood the oneness with Christ. But it was a time when I did think that.
I'm thankful that I grew up in the tradition I grew up in. We didn't talk a lot about hell. We talked about hell. We didn't create this hell as a threat, as a, do this and you're lost and so sorry.
Right.
So it was a concept, but it wasn't a scary one for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I just spent more time thinking about the grace part.
Right.
So I've done a lot of thinking about that.
Okay.
Trying to figure out what to do with this concept of hell.
Which other people have that's scary.
I've not thrown away the idea of hell. I do believe hell exists. So there are moments where you feel separated, lost, alone, broken.
Again,
so
it's about
broken.
The definition of what hell is.
Yeah.
Is it a fiery lake of
That's
fire
no.
where you burn forever? Or is it being in a place where God can't get to you? And you can't get to God?
Well, this is the end of my story. My end of my decision. They can't hear that. So
his tummy just rumbled. It's really funny.
God's trying to tell me something.
Yes, God. Yes.
I don't believe in the concept of eternal hell.
Okay.
So this whole thing of a fiery lake burning forever.
Where you're in
Okay,
pain
well, it
forever,
might burn forever, but I don't ever see how God leaves me in that burning fire pit of brokenness or aloneness forever. And I experienced a moment in my life where I literally felt physically, spiritually, psychologically felt lost.
Yes, me too.
Broken, abandoned. I'd lost everything. And then I woke up and went, oh my God, that was hell. And I climbed my way back to grace. And I went, I don't ever have to do that again. So I came up with a bumper sticker.
Oh, nice. Let's lay it on us.
I've been to hell. I redecorated it. I got bored. and I'm over it.
Nice.
And I think it goes back to when we were talking about Satan as well. Mm-hmm. It's an idea of, do we worship one God or not?
Right.
And if we worship one God, we don't have to create this second God of hell.
And we have to review, too, that Satan is not a first name. Like Satan McDonald or whatever. It's Ha-Satan, which is Hebrew for the adversary. And an adversary isn't evil. It's just someone who's kind of on the other side giving another option. Yeah. Which may or may not be helpful. I mean, usually...
And you can do that for... You can be your own adversary, other people.
And oftentimes an adversary, although it's not pleasant when you're being grilled by an adversary, it oftentimes helps you to understand what it is you're actually doing. And so at the end of the day, the adversary makes you understand what your own call is or who you are better.
Well, it does.
It's not fun when you're in the middle of it.
It's not fun at all.
So,
and the bottom line for me is, if God is love, then God redeems even those ideas and definitions of hell. Mm-hmm. Hell never gets the last word in this story with God. If hell gets the last word, then that's more powerful than the God we say we believe in. Totally. It's never made sense to me. And I'm just finding courage enough to finally say it out loud. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We might get some viewer mail.
I hope so, because this is meant to be conversation. This is meant to be a chance to have us be the adversary maybe for you. Yeah. And then for you to come back and we can figure this all out together.
So
HE double hockey sticks.
If you feel like you're there, you know what? There's always hope.
Yeah,
there's always grace and love. Mm-hmm. And you're always welcome here to come talk and to ask questions. We start the conversation.
Yeah.
Join us.
Right. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. Know you're loved.